So the next thing is competitive statements. So what you could do is disqualify him. Competitive statements are pretty much statements that you use to put a man in a sexually competitive state. So let's talk about how to do it. One, disqualifying him. If he's and again, these things work because humans are ego driven, and the way that the ego works is through comparisons and differences. And humans have a deep need to compete. As children, we even compete with our siblings. We are competitive creatures, right? Especially when somebody wants the source that we want, like our parents. And so we compete with our siblings for their attention. So disqualifying him is looking for something that is the opposite of him or the opposite of what he could ever achieve. So a perfect example is like race, right? As an example, if he's a white guy, you could talk about how you dated a black guy, right? You can insinuate it. You can even have a picture with a random black guy, right? Okay, if he's a skinny guy, you could talk about how one of your favorite celebrities is a big guy, right? And vice versa. Or even, you know how I told you, tell him that you're not looking for a relationship, right? Tell him how your last boyfriend you loved and that you wanted to be in a relationship with him, but he didn't want you, right? And how you deeply wanted to be in a relationship with him, because this is what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, "Bitch, what the fuck? Then why don't you want a relationship with me? Why did you say that? Say that you wanted a relationship from the first date." Because then he's gonna compare himself. He's gonna say, "Why me? Why? Like, what the hell? Like, why doesn't she want the same thing with me?" Right? That's one thing. You could also tell him how you deeply loved someone and deeply wanted a relationship with the guy, right? Because then he's gonna say, "Why aren't you treating me the same way?" He's gonna say, "Wow, so there's another level to your love that I'm not seeing." First of all, this type of thing will just make a guy go crazy for you. You got to be careful with this. All right. Other things that you could use. Let me see if I didn't include them. All right. Other things that you could use is almost like qualifying, complimenting you guys. For example, the most powerful thing that has ever been used on me that actually worked and that actually made me go from liking the girl to loving her was this. And like I said, she was already acting distant, so you have to have a little bit of distance. You have to be a little cold with the person. That's just a fact, because you can't use this. If he thinks you're fucking psycho and you say this, that's gonna turn him off. And that's how you look at him one day and you're like, man, we will make some really good looking kids. Wow. All right. And then change the topic. And the reason why you say that is because you're implanting the idea of being in a relationship, of having kids together, and then changing the topic. And then maybe you bring it up another 2 or 3 weeks from now, you bring it up. And I prefer you say that after sex, right? Because his hormones are moving in his body a little bit more. Oxytocin. And what that does is that he imagines it. I'm not kidding. If he kind of likes you and you say that and you bring a little code, he's going to imagine that. And as soon as a guy imagines a kid with you, you could almost call that a checkmate. I mean, seriously, you could say that this is like a fatality. It's like a fatality. Like, that's how you end the game right there. All right. It's actually one of the most powerful things you can say to a guy. Seriously. So, other things that you could use outside of competitive statements, and this is very important. First of all, understand that the most important thing is that if you are a nice girl, men won't feel the need to respect you unless another guy sees that other men want you, or he senses that other men want to be with you. And as a result, when he normally will see you as an average girl who he takes advantage of, which lowers your value, the fact that other men want you will raise his testosterone, raise his level of competition to get you, and he'll actually start respecting you a little bit more temporarily. And it's temporary until he feels like he finally got you. And the only way for a guy to feel like he finally got you is through your nonverbals and through the way you tolerate his BS. You're not going to elicit that type of response. It only comes when you have developed an air and a sense of coldness to your personality in the beginning and from time to time. And again, when I say air of coldness, it's not just
your nonverbals, but it's also the fear of losing you. You see, fear will change the way he sees your nonverbals. When he feels like he is afraid of losing you, he'll assume his brain will literally say that there's a threat of losing you. And as a result, his brain will interpret a lot of the things you're doing as coldness, as indifference. And so it'll almost like amplify and fix a lot of mistakes, just him thinking that other men want you. But a lot of women try to tell the guy and reassure the guy that other men don't want them, which is understandable. But you got to find a way to consistently make him feel that if he messes up, he could lose you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 8, 19, and one is 14, 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.